uncensorable aspects of Russian society, rarely mentioned by other media. Since its startup in 1993, Novaya Gazeta has published critical articles on subjects ranging from corruption, police violence, unlawful arrests, electoral fraud, and troll factories, and to the use of Russian military forces both within and outside of Russia. Novaya Gazeta's opponents have responded with harassment, threats, violence, and murder. Since the newspaper's start, 6 of its journalists have been killed, including Anna Politkovskaya, who wrote revealing articles on the war in Chechnya. Despite the killings and threats, editor-in-chief Muratov has refused to abandon the newspaper's independent policy. He has consistently defended the right of journalists to write anything about whatever they want, as long as they comply with the professional and ethical standards of journalism. Free, independent, and fact-based journalism serves to protect against abuse of power, lies, and war propaganda. The Norwegian Nobel Committee is convinced that freedom of expression and freedom of information help to ensure an informed public. These rights are crucial prerequisites for democracy and protect against war and conflict. The award of the Nobel Peace Prize to Maria Ressa and Dmitry Muratov is intended to underscore the importance of protecting and defending these fundamental rights. Without freedom of expression and freedom of the press, it will be difficult to successfully promote fraternity between nations, disarmament, and a better world order to succeed in our time. This year's award of the Nobel Peace Prize is therefore firmly anchored in the provisions of Alfred Nobel's will. Thank you very much.
Madam Chair, I don't know whether to say congratulations or thank you, maybe both.
I may congratulate you.
To what extent does a prize for journalists promote peace?
Freedom of expression and a free press is, as I just mentioned, a prerequisite for a democratic society. And there is a firm understanding in the Nobel Committee that democratic societies prevent war and conflict. Does it abolish war and conflict totally? Probably not. But it is the best defense that a society can put up against war and conflict. And there is no democracy, neither frail democracy or an advanced democracy, without freedom of expression.
Madam Chair, I'm just now listening to Maria Ressa, my channel TV2 News in Norway, is doing an interview with a really, really happy woman, and she says that this recognition is so important for her work and for the freedom of press in the whole world. What do you think is the significance of giving this prize to two persons working under really difficult, complicated conditions in, one could say, oppressive regimes?
Well, first of all, extend my congratulations and admiration to Maria Ressa. I believe that giving the Peace Prize to two very courageous, outstanding journalists who have proved excellency within their profession. It really illustrates both what it means to be a journalist, but how you exercise freedom of expression even under the most difficult and restricted circumstances.
Madam Chair, would you say that a prize to the media or to journalists, as in this case, is in any way kind of expanding the prize?
Yes and no. I will give you the reasons for the no, because journalists have been given the Nobel Peace Prize as early as in 1907. Theodore Moneta, who was a peace activist and used his newspaper as a platform for his activism. And we also have to remember the very important Peace Prize to Oslowski, where he criticized or revealed the secret breach of the Versailles Treaty in Germany when Germany was building up an air force again in the 30s, and he paid with his life for revealing these facts. And he revealed also a beginning of a disaster for Europe. But the Peace Prize has not previously isolated the values of freedom of expression as such, the right to have an informed public, and that the work of journalists is absolutely necessary to achieve these goals and to, in that manner, develop democracy.
Madam Chair, we are witnessing a world where fake news is expanding. We all witnessed what happened in the United States when the former president did not accept the result of the election. How important do you think it is to really stand by for free journalism, free press, the free speech of word?
Well, there is an irony that in today's world we have more press and more information than the world ever has faced. At the same time, we also see the abuse and the manipulation of the free press and the public discourse. As with fake news, this is one of the issues of Maria Ressa. She is very critical to the use of Facebook to manipulate the public debate. And freedom of expression is full of paradoxes, and conveying fake news and information that is propaganda and untrue is also a violation of freedom of expression. And all freedom of expression has its limitations. That is also a very important factor in this debate.
Madam Chair, my name is Bibiana Piena. I'm with the Norwegian news agency. I have two questions for you. First, the last years, the Filipino government has led a crackdown on journalists, a very serious one. Now we see the same thing happening in countries like Afghanistan. What impact do you hope this prize will have on regimes like Philippines and Afghanistan? That's the first question. My second question is regarding not this year's prize, but the prize from 2 years ago to Abiy Ahmed. He is now waging a war in the Tigray region in Ethiopia. He has recently expelled several senior UN officers. Has Mr. Ahmed lived up to the expectations of the Nobel Committee?
Today I will not comment on other Nobel laureates and other issues than we have on the table today. But I can mention that the situation for freedom of press in Ethiopia is very far from ideal and is facing severe restrictions. This prize will not solve the problems that journalists or freedom of expression is facing, but what we do hope is that it will shed a light on the importance of the work of journalists and also shed a light on how dangerous it is to exercise freedom of expression, not only in places currently facing war and conflict, but really all over the world. If you read the Reporters Without Borders Press Freedom Index, it is a very sad index to read, because the press and freedom of expression is challenged all over the world, but it is our intention to underscore how important this activity is for exactly a larger goal, democracy and peace.
Any other questions?
Thank you very much.